Top that trade time. Joining us now, Flynn of Fox Business Network News contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com. Here we go with our trader game. Round number one, making omelets again. Inflation is falling and it's trickling down to lower prices at the store. How do you explain the egg price down and stocks up situation?
Well, first off, grocery prices are coming down for the first time since September of 2020. Egg prices have dropped 67%, $6 down to $2 a dozen now. So you're seeing this inflation fall. Now, let's see if that's going to be a positive for the market. And it looks like there's a rate hike in May, and then we're done. Then I collect my steak, Phil. I get my steak because there's a rate cut by year end, and you owe it.
Everybody tries to take credit for egg prices going down. I think you got to credit the chickens, right? I don't remember the bet, but I'll be happy to buy you a steak. Of course, it'd be a lot cheaper than it was. But actually, steak prices are not going down. If you look at the cattle prices, they've been going through the roof right now. So maybe we'll switch it to a pork steak. Maybe that might be a little fairer. But listen, when you look at the inflation numbers, inflation's still too high. People are still struggling to make their bills. So I definitely think we're in the step in the right direction, the rise in interest rates. But the thing you have to remember is that raising interest rates is only one tool to lower inflation. There's other things that we can be doing. Let the private sector do their job. They're starting to reopen the supply chain issues. They're starting to do their jobs. Quit picking on big business, because big business is going to solve these problems.
Round number two, breakout boom. Bitcoin was bad enough to buy and has now bounced quickly from 20,000 to the 30,000 range. Will that bring some confidence, though, to the market to get the S&P unstuck from its range of 3,800 to 4,200 for the past 5 months?
Some of the other ones have been even more compelling. Ethereum, for example, is trying to solve one of the problems that the blockchain has, and that's becoming more energy efficient. So actually, Ethereum has actually outperformed Bitcoin percentage-wise. So that's kind of an interesting scenario. But I think what this story tells us is that cryptocurrencies are not going to go away. Doesn't mean they're going to go straight up or straight down, but they are an investment that is real, and people that dismiss cryptocurrency does so at the peril of their own net worth.
If you look in the big picture, the dollar has been trading between 80 and 120 for 35 years. And it had a big bounce in 2021 from 90 up to 110. And so now we're at the kind of the halfway point of both of those right now. So there's still more downside in the dollar, which is a positive for essentially all assets out there.
Round number three, ring the bell. Earnings season starts today. Back in the day, we all focused on Alcoa as an economic bellwether. Not so much anymore. It could be a FedEx, UPS, Amazon, Apple, Walmart. Even the banks could tell you what's going on with the economy. What's your best earnings bellwether now?
Well, the economy has changed dramatically. 1980, manufacturing had 20 million people. Now it's about 13 million. So you want to look at a better indicator of how the economy is doing. For me, I look at Amazon as an opportunity here. Amazon's 50% off, and it's been trading here between 80 and 120. So I think we're at the midpoint here. We've got a lot of upside. It's one of the big stocks that hasn't rallied, like we had the beaten down Meta, the Apple, the Tesla. So, I think Amazon knows how to make money. And if you don't believe that, look at their split adjusted price from $1.20 back 20 years ago. It's 2006. It's rallied 7,657%. So they've got it figured out.
I think if you look at a bellwether, you want something that's going to be like Dr. Copper, right? Showing, how the economy is going to do, whether it's doing good or doing bad. Alcoa was part of that, right? They had the metals part of it. I think you got to go back to one of the old ones. Maybe ExxonMobil might be a good bellwether for the overall economy. Now, I know it doesn't necessarily cover tech and everything else, but I think energy is going to be so critical as a forerunner for how the economy is going to do. And so that's why I would look towards ExxonMobil. They're, of course, coming back in a big way. They made a big play in the shale patch. I think it's a signal. But I think if you look at the growth of the economy, and you look at inflation, you look at the profitability of these companies, and I think that's signaling where the economy is going to go.
Very good, guys. Here's your bonus round question for today. Sotheby's auctioned off Air Jordans worn by Michael Jordan. What was that projected value? Was it $500,000, $1 million, or $2 million with a potential of $4 million?
So I'm going to go with the upper number there, 4 million or more.
Yeah, I think it's the upper number as well.
Two winner chicken dinners. The record price was $2.2 million. The projected high was $4 million. Those sneakers are in pristine condition and worn by Jordan in the 1998 NBA Finals. Those were the days, my friends. Great job. Business First AM will be right back. Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.